Yo, it's your boy Tsunami Wave, and you're watching The Next Wave. And today we have
Kuan Jackson, the founder and creative director of brand Perfik Circo, serving as the 7th influential Mr. Junior of Clark Atlanta University.
Listen, Quan, how are you today?
Man, I'm blessed, I'm profound, I'm distinguished, I'm growing, bro.
I like that. I like that. Well, for the people that don't know about you, tell them about yourself.
Well, man, I grew up in New Orleans. I was born and raised in a place that was deeply rooted in culture, unity, and togetherness. And honestly, that has inspired my entire journey with even coming to Clark Atlanta University and pursuing the journey with my brand Perfik Circo, strive to be perfect, including the ones in your circle. And I'm a big believer that you cannot be your best self by yourself, but you also must strive to be perfect within yourself in order for that philosophy to unfold how it's supposed to. You know, I really enjoy, being creative and, activating the infinite intelligence, activating and utilizing the gifts that lie within me that God placed on my heart. God is a big, very factor in my life and how I wake up, how I go about my day, how I treat people. And, life is, I believe that life is truly about learning, failing and then teaching and then serving and creating and just doing it all over again and just becoming your best self, bro.
Nice, nice. Well, how did your journey into fashion begin?
Bro, I'm not gonna. So my grandmother growing up, man, she would always sew these wedding dresses and sew these gowns for church. She was very deep into church, going to church every single Sunday. I would see our school pants before school started, and it was the norm. And I didn't know that growing up that subconsciously, my mind was like, okay, fashion is something that I could see myself being a part of because I grew up around it. And my mom will always put these amazing outfits on me and I will always feel good. I look good, I feel good, and I do good. So, fast forward when my dad had finally came home from prison, I inspired to have a clothing brand during that time. And he was telling me and my brother about a group of friends that was inspired to be a Perfik Circle. And I said, you know what, Dad, can I make that my brand name? And he said yes. And honestly, from that very moment when we was in that room, the day after he had got out of jail, he had been incarcerated since I was 3, bro. That's when my journey in fashion for real actually started, and I started to, educate myself in the fashion realm. And then I'm like, okay, Perfik Circle is spelled correctly. I'm from New Orleans. We have a very distinct accent. How can I respect my lineage and where I come from into my brand name? So I'm like, we don't even correctly pronounce perfect. Perfect. We say perfect. So it's spelled Perfik. Maybe you could put that on the screen. And then the circle is spelled Circo because the O at the end reminds us of an actual circle.
Nice.
And it makes the name more catchy.
Nice.
And then the slogan is strive to be perfect, including the ones in your circle. And that's how my fashion journey started, bro.
I like that. I like that. So how does your dad feel about what you've done so far with your brand?
Honestly, I believe that he's very proud. Like, one, he's not amazed, but he's amazed at the same time because he do understand that the power and that he's a king and that a king birthed another king. So it's like, you're supposed to be doing this. You're supposed to be doing that. But I'm proud of you. Like, I give you my love. I tell you I love you. And I really appreciate that. You feel me? So I think, from my standpoint and from my lens, that he's very appreciative that he have a son that's actually following the path that God has put forward for him.
I like that. What does king mean to you? Like, what does that mean, being a king?
Being a king means to, for one, live truly in your existence. And when I say that, I mean be a human being. Just be. Like, be present, be a king, be yourself, be these things. And then the other half of that is to do. And it's this principle like be, do, have. That's like the kingly principle. That's like life success principle. You must first become in order to do the things that you wish to do, in order to have the things that you wish to have. But the doing and having wouldn't matter if it wasn't for you to become. So being a king means to be and understand that you are anointed, understand that you have power, understand that literally you have superpowers that's within you. You have a light that's within you to the point to where if you step into another realm, you could change the whole trajectory. Even if it was negative, it'll turn to a big old P because it's positive. You feel me? And that lies within us. You feel me? And when I think a king, we could go as far as like, being a gentleman, you feel me? Holding a door for women, making sure that women understand that they are queens.
Yes.
Making sure that they understand that they are queens and acknowledge them as that, because you see in others what you see in yourself. And if you see in yourself as a king, you're going to see another woman and you're going to be like, queen, you feel me?
Yeah.
And, even providing and being a prophet, being a pastor, like being like all those things.
It's all coming together. It's all coming together. I feel you on that. What was the first piece that you designed that like really started it?
The first piece that really like started our trajectory, like going up.
Yeah,
bro, it was it was my freshman year of university. This was around a time where the partying was just heavy. It was heavy, and I was going in the library and I was locked in. I'm like, they saying yes to this. I'm gonna say no to it, but I'm gonna say yes to this. I'm saying yes to my future.
Real.
So I was in the library, bro. I'm locked in, and it had finally dawned on me. It was like, what if I put pockets all over a hoodie and all over a pair of pants? Something very controversial, something very out of ordinary, something very bold.
Yes.
And at the time, one of Perfik Circo's core values was bold and creative. So I was like, this is very bold, very creative. Like, you got to be a bold person and step outside and have 34 pockets on your pants.
Man, what? All up and down.
Like, so I designed that, bro, and just a freshman in college, bro, I remember I was going on my scooter, like, all the way to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium with a bag of samples, bro. And I would put the samples on the ground and I would take a picture of them. Like, it was so bad, bro. A guy had walked past with a gun. And that's how it was. But he didn't do no harm.
Okay.
But it was just a fact. It was just a fact that, I'm in the middle of the hood and I'm like a kid just following his dreams.
Yeah, taking pictures, trying to get, you feel me?
But those pieces that I was taking pictures of, bro, those happen to be the very pieces that allow me to achieve $40,000 in sales my freshman year in university. So, man.
That's great. I love to hear that. So what was your transition like coming from New Orleans all the way to Atlanta and like settling at Clark?
The transition, I would say it was rooted in passion, purpose, and understanding that there's something greater for me on the other side. And in order for me to get on the other side, I just have to trust and believe in the plan that God has for me. So I have no reason to worry. I have no reason to doubt myself. I have no reason to hold myself back. I have no reason to tell myself no, because it's so many yeses that's in front of me, and those yeses is what's going to get me down the path to where I need to go. So the transition was very rooted in like belief. I'm not even gonna lie, because I wasn't nervous. I wasn't scared. I wasn't worried. I was like, I'm going to another place to explore.
It was a very easy transition.
Yes. I'm going to another place to explore, to expand my horizon, to expand my network, to expand my skill set, to expand my creative abilities. It was amazing.
Listen, it's going up right now. We can definitely see it. We can definitely see it.
Appreciate it, man.
How would you describe Perfik Circo to somebody that's never seen it before?
Ooh. I will always start with my favorite philosophy. I would ask them if you believe that you can be your best self by yourself. And I would hope that they say no. Because you can only get so far by yourself.
Yes.
And if they were to say yes, I would say, okay, had you not had your mom birth you, would you be here? That would, prove my fact that you cannot be your best self by yourself. Because if it wasn't for your mom being existed, or your dad, or them coming together, you wouldn't be here.
So what are some people here at Clark Atlanta that's kind of like helped you grow and like develop into the person you are today?
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
So I would for sure start with my fashion professors, such as Professor Boop. I took first year seminar with her. She's one of the profound reasons why I talk and speak the way that I do. I speak with so much integrity, intelligence, humility, and, intention. And, going secondly to Dr. Tay, to the Miss Dask, and she's amazing. Our art and fashion chair, Billy Arnett, Professor Billy Arnett. She might whoop me if I just say Billy Arnett. Professor Sumter, like the entire art and fashion department, and then I could come, to Dr. Ronalds, the Dr. Burgers, you feel me, like the Mr. Hills, Royal Court Advisors, even like honestly, like this entire campus, like you, bro, people like you, people that I see on a daily basis, like they say it takes a village to raise one, and I know that can be applied to like basically like a child,
Yeah.
but I think it takes a village in order to reach your max potential.
Yes.
And when I say that, I'm like, you're a part of my village. You feel me? Like y'all keep me going. Whenever I show win, or whenever vice versa, you show win. Like I just told you, congrats, bro.
Yeah.
And I said 7-5. You know what that means? You
Yeah,
feel me?
of course.
Like,
cause I saw you in Blake. Y'all was running. I was like, you know what? I do need to get in that mode. Like I got to, especially like with everything coming up, like that I have at the top of the year, and just like homecoming did it for me. I ain't gonna lie. Homecoming did it for me, and that was like my okay. I gotta get into it.
That was a wake up call.
Yeah, I gotta get into it. Now I did have fun. I will be honest.
For
I
sure.
did have fun, but it was definitely like a moment of okay. I definitely got to get my stuff together because, like I said, everything got lined up. So I appreciate you for the inspiration. You feel me?
Good,
I appreciate
man.
you. But what is like the overall mission behind the brand? Like, what are the goals that you have for it?
The brand's mission is we inspire individuals to strive to be perfect within themselves and others, knowing that together we are better. And the overall, like the goals that we have right now is to just continue to do the things that are unscalable, because I do understand that Perfik Circo is a founder-led brand. And when I say founder-led, I am the face of it, and I intentionally do that to be transparent, to lead with humility, and to show others that it's possible. So with that, understand that I am in my early days of being a founder and also an undergraduate. I need to do everything that I cannot scale. So when I say that, I mean like writing on cards. Every time somebody orders something, I'm writing a handwritten note and I'm giving it to them. And even if I give them the package, I probably give them the note, the package, and the contents in the package, and my profound words. And they're gonna remember that moment. And I cannot do that. Like I can't do that same process to a billion people.
Yeah.
It's humanly impossible.
Yeah, that's a lot. That listen, you see the artists coming when they do their meet and greets
Exactly,
and they signing all
you feel me?
them vinyls and stuff and trying to hand that out.
Yeah, man.
They only
So
have a select few.
I understand that life is a marathon. It's not a race. And because of that, I'm not looking for the short-term results. I'm looking for long-term, because Perfik Circo is here to stay. Perfik Circo is here to remain. And I want to have my children saying that I'm a second-generation owner.
Nice.
You feel me?
Nice. Nice. I like that. I like that. Where do you pull inspiration from? Like, I know you have like a lot of people that like I feel inspire you and push you and really motivate you. But like as far as designing and just building like the color and the silhouettes, like where does that inspiration come from?
I said I'm a big man of God, right? The only person that inspires me in this life, bro, is God. Everything is,
Straight from
God.
him.
But I do have influences.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you. I'll follow you.
So I love to explore, bro. I really love to explore. I love to run. And usually or typically when I'm on those runs, I'm discovering different things, different shapes, colors, and sizes from around the world. Even when it comes to traveling or even, listening to different podcasts. But I also realize that a lot of my inspiration just come from within. Whenever I sit down and I just meditate and I just like sit down and just be still, whatever is for me, whatever God puts on my heart, it comes to me and I write it and I jot it down. And honestly, just living in the present moment is like where a lot of my inspirations come from. A lot of the things that I'm influenced by. And of course, there's other brands that, I look up to, like Kid Super, like the M Line, big brand in New Orleans. What else? Pretty much those two brands. And like New Project, that's a brand in Barcelona, Spain. And, I'm very intentional with the people that I look at because everything that we look at influences us in some way.
It does.
Like our bodies are temples, our eyes are gateways to our temple. So it's very important that, we are aware or intentional with where we get our inspiration from.
So let's talk about, because you did mention traveling.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and talk about this trip to Paris that you got coming up. This trip to Paris you got coming up for the spring semester. How did you feel about that when you got that? Or first, what made you want to go overseas for studying?
So it has always like the moment that I found out that one can study abroad while in undergraduate. I was like, man, I'm going to do that because that's traveling the world essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Angela Daniels, who works in the study abroad office, she had been pointing to me for an entire year straight. I had been like went to her and expressed my interest. So in whatever way possible, she just like poured into me. She's like, I had this experience. I wish I did this. And whenever somebody say I wish I did this, I'm like, I would not be the person that be sitting here saying I wish I did something. I would not be a shoulda, coulda, woulda person. So a wise man learns from another person's mistakes. So I realized that this is an opportunity that not too many people get or even receive based on their credentials because they don't meet the requirements. But I'm overly qualified, so why not? I'm not gonna tell myself no. So
real.
The reason at first it was gonna be Japan, Tokyo. That's why I wanted to go, bro. That is why I wanted to go. That's why I wanted to go.
Lord knows I want to go. Lord knows I want to go.
Bro, that place is beautiful.
The cherry blossom trees.
Yes.
I'm getting a whole tat right here on my shoulder, on my neck, dedicated to Japan.
Hey, you gotta get it out there while you go. Like you gotta get it when you go out there.
I am. It's gonna be a whole portrait, and then I'm gonna get a phoenix connected to the cherry blossom tree on my back.
That's tough.
Oh yeah,
that's tough.
I got plans.
Okay.
I got plans for sure.
So at first it's gonna be Japan, Tokyo, but it wasn't in God's favor. Like he didn't want that for me because he knew that if I would have went to Japan, Tokyo, Australia, or anywhere in like Asia, he knew I would have been comfortable. And Paris came about, and it was probably like one of the only options, aside from a couple others, that I had to choose from.
What were the other options that you had?
It was Dubai. It was Dubai. It was Australia. It was. I just remember Dubai, Australia, and Paris, France. And I chose Paris, France because that's where I see myself later on down the line. Like even though if I was to say 10 years down the line, but I honestly see it happening like as soon as next year.
Nice.
Because I'm going out there. You feel me? I'm about to go out there and like hit the ground running. Like I'm about to build a name for myself out there. You feel me?
You trying to be in Paris Fashion Week?
I will be in Paris Fashion Week.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. I love to hear that. I love to hear that, man. Wait.
I absolutely will, bro. No doubt.
So let's go into you being Mr. Junior at Clark Atlanta. How has that experience been so far for you?
That, bro, being Mr. Junior is like one of the best blessings that God has ever given me, because before becoming Mr. Junior, I was already a person that had a very profound amount of influence. And when he had finally put it on my heart to run for Mr. Junior, I'm like, why would I do such a thing? I don't need this. But I realized that it wasn't for me to need it. It was about his people. It was about having somebody that he can trust, that is a prophet, that can guide his people
and bring everybody together
and have them see that it's possible, that they have a light within them. So it has allowed me to not only monetize the influence that I have to still create and do my brand, of course, but to also do good by the influence and all the attention that I receive by being face of the school, essentially, by being face of my class. And it's something that I will always be appreciative and grateful for, because it showed me that I know I had light, but it showed me how big my light is. It showed me how deeply impactful that I am and that I'm becoming and what I'm capable of, and that there's no limitations. And, as I'm learning this, I'm sharing this as well. and it's to the point to where I post that I'm going to Paris, France, and it get over 1,000 likes. And it's not even about the likes, but it's just the fact that people are supportive.
Mm.
And people are hitting my phone in like, Quan, you show me that it's possible. You show me that I'm like, that it's like, that I have no limitations. The only limitation is the one that you place upon yourself.
How did you, I guess, how did you feel in that moment when you did start getting those, when you first started getting those supportive comments of people coming up to you saying like, oh, you made me feel like I can do this, or you made me feel like I can start my own clothing brand or start my own business?
It made me feel like it was supposed to happen for sure. Because before I made the post, I knew that the post was gonna go crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I grounded myself with the intention that I'm sharing this post because I want people to know that a kid from New Orleans came to Atlanta and he made a name for himself. Now he has the opportunity to go to another country.
Mm.
And even on a sign it said "Together We Win," Paris edition. Everything is embedded. Like literally, you see "Together We Win."
Yeah.
You feel me? So everything is purposeful. Everything is intentional, and that's why I said that it's not just my win. It's a win for all of us. Because even as a melanated black being, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going there to represent us, bro. It's
Real.
bigger than me. Everything in life is connected.
Yeah.
I'm connected to your success. You connected to mine. You feel me? You probably relying on me in some way, shape, or capacity. So if I don't wake up out that bed, bro, I'm not only failing myself, I'm not only failing God, my family, but I'm failing my brother too. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I grounded myself before I made that post. So when all this love started to come to me, it felt like it was supposed to because I made the post out of love.
Mm-hmm.
I made the post out of genuineness. I made the post out of intention. And that's full circle, bro.
Full circle. Full circle. So let's get into like the nitty gritty of like the skeletons in the closet, or like the trials and tribulations that you go through. What are some of the trials and tribulations that you've gone through to, like, from start, developing the brand, mildly scaling it, coming up with different ideas? Like, what is all that like? Like, give the people the background, behind the scenes of Quan and working with Perfik Circo.
Okay, so my journey and experience and process is a bit different because I am in university. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So it comes with having to prioritize and say no to certain things that other people are doing.
Right.
For one. Okay, cool. So let's say that I am creating another campaign.
Okay.
And I know that it's Black Friday season coming up. So, you know, November 28th is Black Friday.
Right.
Q4 is a very, very important time for many businesses across the realm.
Please let them know. Oh,
when
my
it comes
gosh.
to revenue and really like act like, what do you want to gather as much data as possible, like SMS subscribers or even email subscribers. Cool. So, you know, for myself, I like to sit down and I like to, like I said, be still, listen to my body, and allow an idea to dawn upon me. Okay, cool. I even do some crazy stuff like literally sit in the back of the car while the car is running. Nobody's in the front seat. And I'm just sitting there. I'm just vibing, bro. And I'm just sitting in silence, and it finally comes to me. All right, cool. I get the campaign name. All right. Then after that, I probably get the campaign concept. And then from that, I probably get a campaign video idea. And once I get that video idea, it's like, okay, I can start to connect these dots. And because I do have my own clothing brand, it's like, okay, what pieces will represent this concept, this campaign name, and this campaign's purpose? And then I'll be like, okay, maybe I could drop a pair of joggers. I want to drop some joggers. Maybe I could drop a hoodie with that so it can match. You feel me? Maybe, you know what? I'm going to do some socks. I ain't even ever do socks before. You feel me? And then, you know, even doing like a little bit of research, seeing what's going on outside in the real world. All right, people are liking the silhouettes for leather jackets and varsity jackets. Maybe I can create a statement piece, a jacket that gives off the vibe of a varsity jacket, you feel me? Or a leather jacket. And maybe I could just start to add my 3% rule and just change a couple things. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't gotta break it if it's not broken. I don't gotta fix it if it's not broken.
Talk about the 3% rule. Like, what does that mean to you, or for the people that may not understand what the 3% rule is?
It means that anything that comes to mind or that you create has already been created. And let's think of a wall, for example. You can't invent the wall. The wall has already been invented.
True.
So if you wanted to build a house, you know you need a wall. You're going to take the foundation, what has already been built. You're not going to fix something that's not broken, because you ain't going to sit there and put air right there.
That's really funny looking.
So you go put the wall right there, and it's like, okay, how can I add my special touch on top of this? Because
So that
I
comes
know
in.
that I'm using somebody else's invention,
Uh-huh.
but how can I add my invention on top? All right, I'm gonna take a photograph. I'm gonna go get a picture frame. I'm gonna put that photograph in the picture frame. Maybe I'm gonna spice the picture frame up and make it wavy instead of square. You feel me? Wavy. And I'm gonna put the wavy picture frame on there. All right, cool. That's like 1%. Then I start to follow through. I'm like, okay, maybe I could put like some paint on the wall and then, just make a face, smiley face or something. That's 2%. Then the other 3% is whatever you want to do. So like that's what the 3% is to me, bro. It's like taking something that has already been made and making it yours without disrupting essentially the foundation of what you're making.
How has HBCU culture, being here at Clark Atlanta, shaped you as a person? Like just being in this area, in this energy.
It has shaped me to understand that I am truly powerful. And that's the simplest way to say it. Like, we're powerful, bro. Like, we are the kings, we are the queens, we are the ones, we are the chosen ones. And we shouldn't have anything to prove. We have nothing to lose. We have nothing to hide. We have nothing to gain. The only thing that we have to do is just be our best selves. Being in this realm, being in HBCU culture, being embedded into it, receiving the love, being like essentially one of the faces for one of the most profound HBCU institutions in the world, it has shown me that, bro, you are the prize. You are the treasure chest.
Real.
You feel me? Like, you don't got to go in nobody else's treasure chest. You don't got to go find or waste time looking under the ground for a treasure chest. The treasure chest is you. Straight up.
That's
and everything that you need, you already have.
That's real. I like that. What was my next question? Oh, I just had it and it left me. Lord, bring it back to my remembrance. Time management. How do you balance your time?
Ooh, I love this question. So, man, with all my Google Calendar, I don't know. I don't know how my life will be, bro, because I time block each and every hour of my day. So I know what time I'm waking up. I know what time I'm doing my meditation, visualization, and prayer. That stands for MVP because I'm an MVP. You feel me?
Oh, I like that. I like that.
And then I know what time I'm going to work out. I know what time I'm going to class. I know what time I'm going to eat lunch. I know what time I'm breaking my fast. I know what time I'm going to this event. You feel me? So really time blocking and being intentional and being aware with each and every second of my time is going, because if you want to capitalize on life, or if you care about your life, life is just made up of time, and you're on borrowed time, and a borrowed body will borrow gifts. So you have to manage your time properly by being intentional.
Right.
You feel me? Because time is the only thing
all
that
we
we
got.
cannot get back, bro.
Yeah.
We can't get it back.
Yeah. How do you approach marketing your brand?
Ooh, I like Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. So Act 1 would be teasing the characters. And then Act 2 would be, and when I say characters, I mean like models, right? Or nah, actually I'm gonna go back. Act 1 would be, okay, this jacket I have on. I'm gonna tease this. So in the in the clothing brand realm, I'm gonna put the pieces on this ground, and I'm gonna take product photos, and I'm gonna do videos, and I'm gonna show the details, right? Sneak peek or even behind the scenes. I like to do founder behind the scenes, show you what the founder is doing to do
Okay.
that, and even show like process photos of what's being made in the factory, like a garment that's not fully constructed, but you could see what it's turning into.
Right.
And then act two would be taking those characters, which would be the codes in this scenario, and you're going to put them in a situation.
Okay.
And in this situation, it would be you putting it on models
Mm.
and putting them in a scenario, whether that's them going to a park and running around, and you showing a video of them running around.
We're gonna talk about that too.
Exactly.
We're gonna talk about that too.
And they running around. And then act three will be, okay, they were once in this situation. Now let's get them out of this situation. How are you going to do that? I like to do it through photo shoot campaigns. So, okay, we go from teasing the product, which is the pieces. Then we go to putting the products in a situation, which is putting it on an actual human person and telling the story through different movements and, stories and things like that. And then three would be, okay, boom, the photo shoot. That's like the grand finale.
Yeah.
So that's how I like to look at it. Act one, act two, act three.
Nice. I like that. Like
it's like a movie.
Yeah, like a movie, like a play.
Yeah.
I like that. You've heard of Alexander Hamilton?
Yeah, Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. So okay, let's talk about this little short film that you had.
Okay.
I like the idea of like almost like a very playful like kid in a park, very youthful energy that came from it. It had a very dreamy kind of look to it. What was the inspiration behind that? How did you come up with the idea? Well, I assume you sat, meditated, idea came to you. I guess what was the process of like finding the place, filming it, editing it, all of that? Like take us through the whole process.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So the campaign name was called In Progress. And the reason I named it that is because I realized that as a human or as human beings, we are always in progress. We've been in progress since the moment that we was born. And a lot of times we place this barrier called perfection above us that we would never get past. You feel me? So understanding that everything in life is in progress. Like, this floor, it's not perfect, but it's there and it's still in progress. You feel me? Like it's there. It's serving its purpose.
It's holding us up.
So that was the campaign name, and I was like, this is my brand's first drop of the year. I haven't dropped in like 9 months, so I gotta come back with so much intention, so much purpose, so much power.
Gotta come hard.
In this 9 months, I've developed a brand identity, a brand book. Like I understand what my brand's voice is. I understand what the message, the what is it called? The unique selling point, USP, unique selling proposition.
Okay.
Like I've identified all these things, so I'm able to lead with so much clarity and so much intention. So it's like, okay, I know that Perfik Circo needs to invoke this feeling. I know that it needs to come across as togetherness and unity. So how can I do that? What did I do as a kid? What do we do as kids? We went to the playground. We didn't care. We just ran around. We just enjoyed ourselves.
Tag,
you know what I mean? Like,
jumping off
exactly
of
like bubble gum,
and this. How many pieces
do you wish? You feel me? So like bringing that back, bro. And I'm like, okay. Since October 1st all the way to October 31st, which was the day that I dropped, it was me researching. It was me looking for different visuals that represented the feel, the process, and it was like, man, I'm gonna be so transparent in regards to this entire process. I'm gonna post everything, and I did just that. So it was a good month, bro, just developing the entire concept through different mood boards, different word associations, identifying all these different things, and then taking those word associations and asking ourselves, me and my assistant creative director, what words or what location aligns with these words? And it's like, okay, a playground. And it's like, because at first I wanted to do a studio shoot, but it's like, nah, playground is it, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, playground. Now, what playgrounds? What playgrounds are in our realm? You feel me? Especially if we're going to utilize a videographer from Clark Atlanta University, if we're going to utilize a photographer from Clark Atlanta University, and even models. We got to keep it sustainable logistically. So we got to find a park that's within this
realm in
this
this
realm,
area.
yeah, within this area. So we found like 6 different parks that's literally walking distance if you wanted to
Oh
walk there. You
wow.
feel me? It's like, okay, we on Google Maps and we looking. All right, this is the park. This is the park. We going here, and that's how we got the location and the video concepts. It just came from me just sitting down in the library, bro,
Mm.
and just looking at what other brands were doing and what I wanted to do and identifying the different content pillars that we were going to do. So content pillars were funny and goofy, so dancing. You seen a lot of like cinematic TikToks.
I did.
And
Yeah.
then it was like a short film, and this short film was going to convey the entire message in like period. And it's kind of funny because when you look at that video, bro, I wasn't even present as a creative director on set. I was literally getting inaugurated because that was the Monday and the start of homecoming week. But because I had laid down the foundation, because I chose models and a videographer with intention, and I had meetings prior to the shoot day,
Everybody knew what was up.
everybody knew what was going on. You feel me? Even the videographer, he had made his own shot list. So I was like, bro, this is
Oh wow.
what you start with, and everything else is your creative playground.
Nice.
Because I'm not going to hinder you from not using your gifts.
Yeah.
Here's my gift, but you add your gift on top.
Nice.
And the models
Yeah.
are going to add their gifts on top and start to become like a stack of presents.
I like that.
And then we got this thing that we could just give. You feel me? And it's like Christmas.
Boom.
Woo!
Okay. So when people wear your clothes, what do you want them to feel like? Outside of being a king or queen, outside of them feeling like they belong or feeling like they shining their own light, what is something else that you want them to feel like?
The one feeling, and I could say so many things, but the one feeling that I want them to feel when they wear a piece from Perfik Circo is the same feeling that you felt when you were 3 years old, when you were 4, when you were 5. Whether that was you going to a park, whether that was you getting held by your mom, whether that was you laughing at your mom because she's like, baby, dad, you feel me? Like she's trying to get you to spell these words. I want people to hold that feeling when they wear my clothes. I want them to feel childlike. I want them to feel free. I want them to feel free of everything that the world places onto them. I want them to feel bold. I want them to feel creative. I want them to feel playfully rebellious because, like I said, you are free. Playfully be rebellious.
Does that youthful energy that you have come from being a child of God?
It does, bro. Like, truly it does. And like just understanding that, like, bro, like life is beautiful. So am I. Life is fun. Life is gonna treat you how you treat it. Life is precious, but it's not promised. I don't want to live my life, disturbed, not at peace,
bothered.
You feel me? That's gonna deliver us pretty early.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like we are essentially, like, I don't even think aging is real. I think when we say that we are this age, honestly, like, we turn to that age. I'm forever a kid.
Tell him, man.
I'm forever a kid, brother.
Tell him, man. I just turned 21. I just turned 21.
Exactly, bro.
And I do not feel 21 at all. I like, really, I feel like 19. I do.
I feel 1.
Oh my God.
I feel like I just woke up.
Oh my God. That's funny. Oh my gosh, that's funny. I feel like, oh wait. Okay, so if you could collaborate with any designer or any brand out there, who would it be or what would it be?
Man, it would be brand Kid Super, the brands that I mentioned, Kid Super and M-Line. Those are my top 2. Those are the only ones I'm focusing on right now. Everybody else is just, come on, come on, Adidas, I'll collaborate with you. But,
Adidas been going crazy too. They've been going, oh my God, Adidas, especially within like the music industry, they've been getting so tapped in, and it was out of nowhere too. They just started boom, boom, boom. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. They did some stuff. They hosted 4 day this year. they came out with some superstars, and it was like these black ones, and they had like gold. The three stripes was like gold, and then they had, I think, a red trim on the bottom. They was giving those out at a park. I can't remember what park it was. I went to go. They was giving out free haircuts, free waffles. It was chicken and waffles too. Oh my god, them chicken and waffles were so good. And then they had like a little event at the end of the night, and like people was just like partying and stuff. It was fire. Adidas, you need to do something with Adidas.
I will.
Do something.
I will.
Oh yeah,
Trust.
do that.
Trust
do
and
that.
believe. It will happen. I said it here first.
Y'all heard it here. Collaboration, Perfik Circo and Adidas. I just want to say that we manifested it right here, right now, and it's gonna happen. So, what do you want your legacy to be? Leaving Clark as Mr. D. Do you have plans to be Mr. Senior or Mr. CAU?
I won't be able to do it because I'm gonna be abroad. I'm gonna be in Paris.
What about next year though, in fall?
They start that literally in December.
Spring.
They start in December.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like preliminaries and stuff like that. That's starting in December.
Okay.
So how I look at it, honestly, I know that I'm very well overqualified to be Mr. Clark Atlanta University, and this is just like my self-belief. But also, if I take all the different, things that people tell me all the time, like freshmen coming up to me saying, "Quan, I want you to be Mr. Clark Atlanta University," and even like the security lady that work in the student center, she like, "I want you to be Mr. Clark Atlanta University." You feel me? So all these people, like, they see that I could be it, and I honestly treated my reign as Mr. Jane, that I was Mr. Clark Atlanta University. I wasn't gonna put myself in a box saying that I only represent the class of 2-7.
Yeah.
Nah, I represent the entire university.
That's real.
You
I
feel
like
me?
that.
So that's how I approached it. And I think that's what allowed me to be free, you feel me, as I am, and be
blossom.
as transparent, you feel me, and blossom the way that I did. So how I look at it, bro, and this is based off what Guy has told me. He whispered in my ear, he said, I don't need to say yes to what people want me to do. I need to say yes to what he want me to do. And he didn't want me to be Mr. Clark Atlanta University. He, like I said, I didn't run for Mr. Junior for myself. I ran because he wanted me to run for Mr. Junior. And I literally said, it's not my will, it's his will. It's not my plan, it's his plan. You feel me? And he wanted me to go to Paris and live my life and build a foundation for not only myself, but for my family and for my future kids, my grandchildren. Like, I'm thinking long term, bro. And I believe that I have fulfilled my purpose as Mr. Junior by showing up as my best self and doing what God wants me to do each and every day, to the point where I have brothers in my class coming up to me, and I'm talking about more than 4 people, coming up to me saying that they will be running to be Mr. Clark Atlanta University. When in relation to that entire idea, these past 2 years, there have only been 2 males to ever run for Clark Atlanta University when it came to campaign week. There's only been 2 people every time.
Wow.
So if this year exceeds the number 2, I have served my purpose.
You did, yeah.
I gave hope.
That's real, bro.
And that's how I look at it, bro.
Pop that. Pop that.
It took me a good week to realize, because people was walking up to me. It was like, I'm gonna run for Mr. Clark Atlanta University. I'm like, why are you coming up to me saying that?
You gonna tell them out there?
Why you coming up to me? But I realized that they coming up to me because it's on their heart to come to me. They feel that warm with me to even tell me that. I was like, what if I wanted to run for Mr. Clark Atlanta University? And I'm like, God, why they coming up to me saying that? Because now it's not putting me in a position to where I can be like, okay, he running for Mr. Clark Atlanta University, I'm running for Mr. Clark Atlanta University. But the person I am, the way that I was raised, it was like, whether I'm running for it or not, I'm still gonna help them as much as possible, because what's for me is for me. It's going to come to me regardless, and nobody cannot stop what's for me if it's for me.
Right.
You feel me? And I'm so grateful that, I'm open to his voice, because had he not told me that, he wanted me to go abroad, or, basically telling me that I served my purpose and that I'm doing exactly what I need to do, I'll probably be crazed out right now. I'll probably be like, man, all these people running from the CAU, I'm running from the CAU too. Like, I'm gonna compete. Like, I'm giving them all this advice, but nah, bro.
Yeah.
There's no reason to gatekeep in this world, bro. We infinite beings. We're abundant.
Mm-hmm.
So
What does the next wave of entrepreneurship, student entrepreneurship, mean to you?
it means shooting beyond the stars, bro. Like going to another country, we already have a great foundation, a great network of people where you from, and also where you travel to and where you lived at for a great like 2 years, right?
Mm.
And leveraging that, but also adding to that foundation in another country to the point to where you can start to have the social proof and the ability to collaborate with any person that you want to in this world. You feel me? Because essentially all the gatekeepers go through Paris. You feel me? I ain't gonna be a gatekeeper, but I'm gonna be with the gatekeepers.
Yeah.
So it's really
Mm.
shooting beyond the stars and just leveling up, bro. Leveling up, knowing that I cannot do it by myself, knowing that I gotta go out there, hit the ground running, and network, and talk to models. Like I'm about to be outreaching the models in Paris.
Nice. So you already got your plan ready.
I already got my plan ready. Don't even be surprised when I go out there in Paris and I already got a campaign lined up. Cause it's gonna happen.
Well,
They got students already abroad. Why I can't talk to them?
True. I ain't gonna be surprised at all. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, it's Quan doing Quan.
Yeah, facts.
Quan being Quan.
You feel me?
You feel me? So, but listen, thank you so much for your time, Quan. I greatly appreciate it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
listen, y'all have been watching The Next Wave and Tsunami. I'm out.